what's going on, folks? Give me a second. Let me close some things out. Some things over here closed. You know what? I think I'm going to try. Let me try this. Let me do this. I'm gonna close this out. All right, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open a new window and take this over here. I'm gonna go to trading view. There we go. Let's try this. Let's see if this runs better than the application. 'Cause I know, like, when I'm on the application, it's pretty shitty. All right, let me just sign in. All right, that's fine. Knock me out. All right, let this load up. See what we get. One second. All right, let's click here. Let's click full charts. Doing something new today, people. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's see how this looks. Don't allow. All right. Do this, and let's do this. All right, this might work a little bit better. I'm hoping this works a little bit better. Throw this down there, and let's go full screen. Oh, it looks full screen besides that, which I don't like, but all right, it is what it is. All right, what's going on, people? It's Chris here, Better Investing. Today is Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. We are here to talk about the market, right? Another nasty day today. You know, I was discussing this, yesterday. I was like, man, we're just not out of the woodworks yet, like in terms of, what we got occurring here. And I was mentioning that, yeah, we for the most part, let's do this real fast. I think my whatchamacallit is on. Let's turn this off. I'll keep it like this. That's fine. For the most part, I think like where I was concerned with was like, well, no, this indecision candle from yesterday, like we need to kind of like take out these prior lows down here. Like let's see us get back above that. And all we did was kind of just open up slightly below 'em, and we had continuation to the downside. So no, for me, this morning it was I don't know, like how can I say it, like I would like with people that really don't have a bias in the market, really depicting what you truly see in price action, right? Like not having a bias, what direction we're going. I think it's more suitable for everyone else that's out there, right? If you're always bulled up or if you're always bared up, you're not really providing any value to anyone. I think it's really important to show both sides, read both sides of the pages. I think that's what I've been trying to really do here is read both sides. And if that's flip flopping, that's because the market is flip flopping, right? What I'm not trying to do is go against price action. I'm just trying to interpret what price action shows me, and right now, what price action is showing me is that we chopped and we got down below the bottom of this range here that I was talking about, right? So we just been chopping, since that move from the holidays, right? We got to the bottom of that range and we broke down, right? We broke down yesterday, pretty significant volume, I would say, and now we thought we had a hold at the 50. And we don't have a hold after 50, and we're continuing to bleed down. Maybe we come here into the 100-day moving average. Maybe we put it in a lower high somewhere along here. I do not know, and I don't think it's a good idea to act like you do know. We just don't know. That's what I see. That's what I see. And I think yesterday I was saying like I just don't see a lot of good setups out there, and that's been the case. That's been the case for a little while now. Um, so we looking here at the hourly. I did have this marked out in the morning. It was like if you look at it from a pre-market perspective, you did have this look pre-market, and it's probably not the cleanest I would say, but you did kind of have this bear flag look, right? And again, like us being below, the moving averages, you have your 20 and your 9 all right here, and the 50. Like, this is why I kind of watched the hourly, right? They were trying to defend this and put in a higher low, and we just melted right through 677, right? We melted right through 677, and we have not, we didn't break the previous candle high until right here, and it looked like it's getting stuffed, right? So the high here was 673 30. The high here is 673.32, so barely broke it. Like we just been pitting in lower highs the entire way down. And I think if you kind of recognize this, you could have had an opportunity, to look for some trades. I'll point out one I think I probably missed, like right here. Let's go to a smaller time frame and see how that looks. Yeah, I mean it's right here at 6:30, just straight melt. Right here at 10:30. I'm sorry, right here at 10:30, we just straight it melt right through there. That's a good stop, right? I mean a good opportunity to take a trade, right? Where you're risking that. And again, I don't trade options anymore, but these would be setups I would take, right? What are you risking? Risking 39 cents for a move like that? I mean, you can take that trade how many times? But I mean that's what we got right now. I mean we're below the 50. How long we stay below the 50, I'm unsure. We got 15 minutes left on the market. Um, I mean I don't know how far we can pull back. I mean there's nothing really that sticks out to me as a level of support right now. We have these lower wicks down here, but like, I mean, is that really a good spot? Yeah, I just don't 100% see it. I don't 100% see it. So, I mean, that's what we got right there. Again, I'm not here to toot my own horn or anything. We sit here and we look at QQQ. Something very similar I talked about. Like we had this lower high. And the thing is like, what led the market up was like SPY, right? That kind of made new highs, and you had what was it? DIA, right? If I go look at DIA, which is Dow Jones, like this had made a new high, right? It's pulling back, but this had made a new high. But QQQ did not. QQQ did not make a new high. On this leg up that we had. Right? We kind of got stuffed here at the bear gap. Again, like what I was talking about was, looking at this right here. Like, yeah, we kind of popped up and perked up, and really, the only thing that was really looking good was like Tesla. There wasn't a lot of stocks that really looked good and that was really like in buyable locations. And then today, we kind of just again popped into these Fridays lows, that we melted through on Monday, and literally just sold back off for continuation to the downside. So, yeah, it's a challenging market that's out there right now. I think. Um, Hold on, someone text me. I was trying to say it. No, I barely get any love on my setups in terms of others seeing what I see. Um, But yeah, I mean, we just this nasty action, right? Just this nasty action right now. I mean, you have this higher low right here. I think like there's like probably your line in the sand. Cause I want to say this is when I played Tesla back at when it's like at 411. And Tesla's not at 411 right now, right? So maybe here, right? That kind of lines up to the 50, right? So I mean, do we get a pullback here? And again, it would kind of sequence a higher low from here, but really like only thing I'm really paying attention to is like this right here. That's really what I'm paying attention to right now. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what we got in the market. Let's go take a look and let's go. I was saying I needed to go assess the market. See how many dead bodies we got out here, right? All right, GEV, right? This is the stock I talked about this week, and I mean this thing just got absolutely obliterated today. And again, I think it's time for me to just remove all these drawings because those are just totally not valid anymore. But again, I said it was a sloppy trade here, and I think for me, what I was trying to do was I was trying to play it over. I wish I had eyes on it today. I was trying to play it over this previous this higher low right here, around like 684. This is I tried it Monday and I tried it Tuesday. Made a little bit of money on Monday. Tuesday got smoked. And I think for me it was like, all right, I just knew I needed to leave it alone. And it just did the same thing again. Like it wasn't getting any traction. Like this day here, it popped up to like 694 again. I took it off my screen. I didn't get out at towards those highs. I think they damn near wicked off. But I was like, I seen the AI basket getting crushed, and I just kind of like just exited right there. Well, I took profit. Then I had my stop at 679, and I got out. Again, I tried it on Tuesday. Again, as it reclaimed this level, and I put my stop. Um, Probably like at the red to green spot. I can't remember where I put it at. And I got stopped again, and now it's just literally just got filled the whole gap. Um, but yeah, I mean that's kind of like what we're seeing across the board on a lot of things. This MSTR. Now some people have been trying to rubber band this, but this doesn't look good. And let's not forget that this Bitcoin had a crazy move in the morning. Like it was crazy. It had a really really big move in the morning. That absolutely just got stuffed. And I remember this because I'm like, man, this Bitcoin is moving back above 90,000, hit 90,000, and literally just faded the entire move. That was pretty nasty to see Bitcoin do that. And again, it's just showing you, the price action is showing you, right? It's showing you what you should probably say, that things are behaving bearish, right? These are really acting bearish, right? Like if you flip this chart, now would this be a long or would it be a short, right? It looks more longish to me, from what we're seeing right here, right? This is something I would want a long, and I think if you flip it and you just look at it from that perspective, that this thing looks like it wants to go lower. I'm not saying you need to short it, but in terms of price action, it looks bearish. All right, Tesla. And this is the one I'm kind of upset that I actually missed because when I talked about that QQQ and SPY kind of breaking that little bear flag on the hourly, this gave you an opportunity, but I mean it would have been hard to take because you are shorting relative strength. But there was a nice little location here, on Tesla, right here, which is the previous all-time highs of 488.55, right? That should be the spot. Go to this candle right here. All right, 488.54. Like I said, right, that's the previous all-time high. And as you can see, like right here at 10:30, that's right where we got stuff. And these are the type of setups I would take. With very small risk. Again, I would go down to a chart like this, like a 2-minute chart, and as we break that, right here. Right, that's my stop right above this candle's high. Right, right. We get a close below here. You might would have tried it here. You would have got stopped. I would have got stopped out, but I wouldn't mind trying it again here and then using that high as my stop. Right, and that just ends up being a great move. all the way down to now. Like there's really no reason to close that. If you're in at fucking 490, I mean that's just insane. They had some news over the night. I thought it was bullshit news. There was something about the DMV in California, um, potentially suspending their sales in California. Some stupid shit. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it goes from bullish engulfing to damn near bearish engulfing, right? I mean, it's just nasty. It's just kind of nasty out there. Let's go continue through. Let's go look at here's my AI basket stocks, right? My AI basket. And I threw this HUD in there because they are actually a part of this. And they had news that came out today, and look at that. This good news got faded. Just literally just got faded. Literally just faded that entire move. But if you look at this basket, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And this is where I was saying I was struggling with a lot of these looks. I was like, man, like, do I really want to say, this is the look I want to go for? Like, for example, like, you know, something like this. But like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, it's hard for me to not think about this right here. This like what occurred here, because like I said, like it looks like a bear flag. Like it was hard for me to not see that. I don't know. I felt like I've seen better looks, right? Not after it's topped out, right? Like these are better looks, along the way. I don't know. These seem much cleaner, right? After it's done bottom, right? This done top. I don't. I shouldn't be trying to long this, and I'm frustrated that I wasn't better with seeing this, um, and kind of being confused about what do I truly see here? Do I see a downtrend, or do I see an opportunity for like this is going to go higher? But at the same time, I think the market was in a peculiar area, near all-time highs that maybe favored those type of looks, and now in hindsight, looking at how the market looks now, it's like, oh well, yeah, you can say that now. So I don't want to say like, yeah, I called any of this out because I didn't, but I was a little cautious. It's like you know, some of these type of trades that people were, um, I wouldn't say bragging about, but these were the trades that the market presented us with. A lot of undercuts of previous levels, and this this spike back up, but doesn't really give you any follow through. And again, like think about the people that are in here, they'll quickly sell out as well. Yeah, so just totally nasty action. The AI trade, I wouldn't say it's over, but it reminds me of the stay at home stocks. Like when we had that action back in like 2021 with the Zooms and all that other crap, UPST, like they all topped out November, December, and that was the theme then. You're trying to figure out what the theme is now. We know what the theme. It's the AI basket, and a lot of those don't look good. SNDK. This is one I was. No, I'm still got alert here. I'm gonna keep this alert. I'm gonna move this 50. I'm gonna leave it like right here. I haven't got an alert on that 50 yet. Um, yeah, it looks like it now, but I mean, honestly, like that's your trend right there, right? So, now what does this do? I don't know. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, this overall just tough market. We got bells about the ring right now. Let's see where things finished up at. Tesla, you know, down $22 today. Um, finishing near the lows. You got SPY, QQQ. Let's go check out QQQ. QQQ down, finishing at the lows. You got SPY down 1.5%. Finishing at the lows. Um, damn. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what we're presented with. That is what we are currently presented with. I mean, a lot of people say the Santa rally is over, but it hasn't even started yet. This is not something that starts until I think after Christmas actually. Damn, this thing just melted. I mean, I talked about this stock. I said, I think back in like December, I said, somewhere around here is a good buy. Long term, I don't think it's trade. I don't know. Damn, did I not get an alert on this? I did not have an alert on this. Okay, whatever. That's why. Nope, did not have an alert on that. Yeah. Um. Yeah, it's just it's pretty awful up there. Hey, look at this. Like rolls right over. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna take a lot for I got your gold miners. Those are pretty okay today. I would say. Um, and I'm still long Moderna, and my cost base is like 27, 28 or so. Um, I got a bigger picture on that. But yeah, man, I don't think there's much to say right now. I mean, we're down 2 days in a row. You got Trump talking after markets, BBAI, and I'm long this with shares at like 7.15. I sold I think it was the $12 for like June. They were like $1.50 at the time. Those things are like completely done. So I'll be collecting, the premium on those. I'm just holding this for a longer term move. Um, have to reassess that position a little bit. Path, again, I sold my cover calls. I think it was 12/8, like that Monday. Um, I sold them, and I covered them yesterday. It's just another one, right? Breaks the previous candle high, right? Start to get a move, right? All the way up to 1740, and it gets obliterated. And again, that's one of those things where you see something, you're like, oh man, this isn't probably a nice spot, right? There's the earnings gap. This is the earnings opening, right? Earnings gap up opening, right? Maybe if we can break over this right here at 1659, right? We can probably get a move, and we did. We did get a move. I mean, that was from right here, that was a 5% move on a stock that moves 6%, right? But what it ends up doing is this gives you a 9% move down. Like when you see this price action, I don't know how you look at this and say I'm bullish right now on the markets. It's just hard. It's hard to say so, right? Look at Robinhood. Right, Vlad was on TV earlier this morning. This thing was up at like 124. Right, literally fades that entire move. Right, and again, it comes down to like when you see this look, right, it's like a damn near three wave down, right? It's one wave, there's your second wave, right? And this looks like the fucking third wave, right? I mean, it's hard for me to not see that. I mean, that's what I see, right? Yeah, I'm looking at it daily. Some people say, well, look at the weekly. I mostly pay attention to the daily chart. And I don't really trade. I don't trade off the weekly. Daily and intraday time frames are what I use. So, um, damn, yeah, that's a hard trade. I'm gonna try that. When does CarMax? I'm long CarMax. This report's Thursday morning. Talk about this CMG, man. I talked about this a little minute ago. I'm mad I didn't hit this. You know, and I threw it in the chat that I'm in. A lot of people didn't like. I didn't get no love on it, and I think that kind of play the that kind of play the a little what I want to say. It kind of it kind of played with my emotions. I'm like, damn, man, like no one likes this. I'm like, no one likes this look here. Like, this is a classic, reversal extension, wedge pop, flag into the EMAs, right? And I think the day that I called it out was here, and it did trigger, but it had already triggered pre-market, so it opened up here, and I don't like that, right? Because I want to buy it here, right? I don't want to buy, it here. I want to buy the weakness off the weakness into strength, if that makes any sense. So like, I'm looking at it like this would have probably the session ended because there was access from another account. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I wanted to buy it, I should have bought it here. Like, right when it breaks this candle's high, I can pin my stop right here. And I got to do better at I give a fuck what everyone else sees. But I thought this looked good. I thought this was a nice play. You know, considering how beaten down this was, you're risking 68 cents. Maybe that's why. I get 1.68. 1.6 backs up to these previous highs. But yeah, I mean, it looks. Yeah, I think Chipotle is going higher. Uh, Still in Target. My average is 91. I had sold the $100 cover calls for like March, and I think they had some AI news, and I ended up closing those in profit. I think maybe like 30-20%, but I was up like 60% on those. But once I started seeing that move, and I was max, I remember looking at it down here, and those cons that I bought were like 580, and this got down to like 220 on the cons, and I was like, man, I should probably close these cover calls, and I didn't, and I let it kind of go back against me. Damn, CLH, what happened? Did they have earnings? Why they're down? Oh man. Oh, they're not down. Come on. Where is my Why don't I not see extended hours? That's what we're missing. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot for me to like really go over. Um, I mean, shit has been literally getting smoked. This palladium, I mean, it's already went. Yeah, I remember. Fuck. I'm talking about this down here. Yeah, boys and girls. Now I talked about this ASTS. I thought that you could have probably get a short on this black below. I had the alert set. It was like 103. Um, I looked at it, during the market, but I think for me, like, this don't trade a lot, and it has a $4 ATR as well. I don't know why it's not opening up, but all right, this is acting a little slow. Come on. Damn, fucking smoke this too. Yeah, I was looking at this comp, um, but I was like, man, I'm not trying to buy breakouts. And I don't know if you know, I was talking about this Kodak yesterday. I thought it looked good. Unfortunately, it had gapped up this morning, so I mean, I kind of took the entire opportunity out of play really. But I kind of liked how this looked. I just needed just one more day here or so for this to kind of work. I thought. Um, and again, I was just looking at this like, man, this thing has really traded really. It's really been respecting technicals, right? Like I said, this flag here into the EMA 20, right? Double inside day down here below the 20 or undercut the 20, blast off, flag, right back, gets real tight at the 20, blast off, pull back, holds the 50 day, right? And you kind of got like this nice little flag formation here. And it had gapped down off of some news. I think it was some dilution news. It got brought up, right? Really kind of showing you that buyers are really stepping in on this stock. Unfortunately, we gapped up over here, so it's kind of like, what to do now? But yeah, man. I mean, again, like not too much. I think MU just reported. So, see, the MU saved the market. Did Micron Technology save the fucking market today? We shall see. Did Micron saved the market. All right, Micron came down to the 50. Or is it after hours? Okay, it's up a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say a little bit. It's about 6% or so, right? Oh, damn, I'm way off. Up 13% after hours. Oh no, 6. Yeah, about 6%. All right. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's all she wrote, folks. It's not really too much to talk about. This Nvidia, this is like it's done topped out. Um, this was his opportunity, like that day. They got stuff. You kind of you just see it. Um, what else? Um, yeah, man. I mean, that's really it. That's really it. Really, really, really not too much to talk about besides that. We just gotta wait and see. You know, um, that's really all I got. Like I mentioned, I try to think about the market from both perspectives and just not again being overly bearish and also being overly bullish. And just really just listening to price action and what is it telling me? And right now it's telling me if you're bulled up, I think you need to wait. Um, right until the big buyers step back in and kind of leave a footprint. Right now that footprint is stumping on your fucking neck. Again, I got clapped on Tuesday on GEV. I took a nice little hit there, and I said, yeah, I don't really like what I'm seeing. I'm not getting any traction. Um, Today was green. That's a good thing. I'm still down on the week. I'll admit that. After Tuesday, Monday was good. Tuesday was shitty. Um, and today, walked away with some coins. Um, yeah, just isn't much out there. Um, I mean, like I said, this Micron. I'm not sitting here and going to think fucking Micron's about to save the market. Like it's Micron Technologies. Like I don't know. Like some of these stocks are trying to get a bid right now. Like I'm not paying attention to this stupid shit after hours. That's the thing. Stop worrying about like what you see after hours. Like I don't really pay a lot of attention to the after hours moves. Um, a lot of it doesn't hold weight. Now, really, what matters is what happens in like during the cash market. Unless it's like a real big catalyst, then you might want to pay attention to it. But like these little spikes right here, I'm not paying attention to that shit. Damn, MU is crushing it though. Kind of pulling up SNDK. Fucking Rigetti. This is the one we should have been shorting. Yeah. Oh. What did he show me? Exxon. That's the thing. Like, I was looking at this like I was like, man, this looks like NBIS. I was looking at this like, okay, I can see the. I think you want to say like the flag look. I guess you want to call it like that. But really, it's this. That's what you really fucking. That's what you're really seeing. But you don't see. Like, it doesn't look like that. A few days ago. Like if I knock out all this right here, all right, we just get rid of this shit right here. You don't see that. You kind of, I don't know. Nasty market. Again, that's why like yesterday I was just like, man, I don't think we're out the woodworks yet. Like, really, like only thing that was really looking good yesterday was Tesla. Like there wasn't that much. Like yeah, you got your weed ETFs and I got Moss and I don't even look at it throughout the day. I got a bigger picture in mind. I don't care if it goes back down to $3. Um, but like when I was looking around, I was like, yeah, I don't got much. I was like, I really don't got much. Like I was thinking, Palantir, like that was the one that I thought looked okay. Was this Palantir look? But like when you have very few options, you get shit like this. You get shit like this, right? Like yesterday, this didn't look too bad, right? And then you get a nasty fucking day like this, right? But it didn't look bad. Like if I turn on like replay, start now. Come on. If I turn on replay, we stop it here, right? That doesn't look bad. I would say that doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like a bad look, right? It doesn't. It doesn't look bad to me. Like that's a nice green candle right here. After this big move up, right? It's kind of just flagging, right? Well, then you get today. Gotcha. It's a gotcha candle. So we call those. Those are gotcha candles. This is the one I was thinking about. Throwing in the. This is the one I was thinking about, like talking about, like putting on, like, hey, you need to watch this. But I was like, nah, I don't got nothing. I just because there just isn't that many hot setups. There isn't that much hot shit. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm not looking in the right sectors, but the things I like to trade are just haven't really been tradable. Um, so I know we had like VIX expiration or some crap that was today. I'm not too familiar with VIX expiration. I don't know if that played a part in some of the stuff we've seen here. Um, I talked about this Merc. I might have to play this Merc though. Let's see how this looked at the end of the day. I have an alert set. Um, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing this over this high. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad to me. Like this Merc still interests me. Tomorrow Thursday. So like, say if you get a candle that opens up within this time frame, and you get a push. I'll probably only give it a little day. I wouldn't give it. What the fuck happened to the thing? Interesting. Come on. Yeah. I probably just give it like low a day and try to get it moved back up to 104 or so and see what can happen. That's where my alert is. But again, if that's where my alert is, I do not want it to open up here. I won't trade it if it opens above here because where I'm going to give it down to 98 to back up here where they could potentially sell it again. So I'm trying to capture $1, $2, and risking $2 and $3. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to kind of take a trade like that. So it has to be a trade where it kind of opens up in this area. I wouldn't mind if it trades sideways for the rest of the week and then go next week. Right? Because you got to think like if you take this on Thursday, if you're trying to swing this Thursday and Friday, and you have the over the weekend risk, right? You don't know what the fuck can happen. You don't know what Trump can say. You don't know what can happen in the world. I mean, you don't know what happens when you're trading any day, right, or any minute of the hour. But like, I just think like when these set up earlier in the week, it just allows you to like really get that move rather than or you get 1 maybe 2 days and now you got to think about do you want to swing it over the weekend. Right, like this sets up on a Monday and you get in, you got 4 more trading sessions to see how this works. Rather than taking it on a Thursday or Friday and yeah, it starts to work on Friday, then you gotta wait over the weekend and see what happens Monday with it. So yeah, but yeah, maybe I'm just looking in the wrong sectors. I mean, I know some of the airlines. I know people have been talking about the airlines. I'm just not. I'm just not trading airlines. I don't know. Just not a big fan of trading airlines. I mean, look how airlines. Again, I use moving averages, and just look how airlines have traded against moving averages. They rarely gave good, clean technical trends. The way I like to trade, not necessarily how others do, but I like to use moving averages, and it just hasn't really been clean. So I mean, others can take a stab at it. I guess I could see this little base right here, break, I guess, what you want to fucking call it. But I'm just not really a big fan of airlines and trading airlines. You won't hear me talk about airlines. Oh man, this thing is still slow. Jesus Christ. Mm, um, I should just take China off because I don't trade China at all. I don't know why it's even here. I'm just gonna hide it. Mm, the solar ended up doing nothing. CSIQ just fucking fades right at the trend. This still doesn't look that bad though. Damn. This is looking like a Head and Shoulders. Shit. That looks like a head and shoulders for sure. I haven't been looking at these fucking stocks. I haven't looked at a lot of cybersecurity lately. Whoa, Datadog. After the inclusion to the S&P 500, you do this? Jesus Christ. Fucking Z-scale. Man, I need to get with more traders who like see both fucking sides of the market, man. There's some shit out here to trade. I can't do this one side of the market shit. This doesn't work for me. I mean, this is like my master watch list again. So like, if I don't see really anything on here, I mean, right? It's like then I start digging through trash. That's how I look at it. Like if it's not on my master watch list, like I'm almost like digging through some trash shit, and I'll find some trash, here and there. You can eat on, but a lot of times it's fucking trash. Like fucking AMPX. Like I did all these fucking annotations, and this shit just fucking just looks disgusting. Finally, finally get the volume break, but to the downside. I thought this looked good. And I don't know. I need to reassess it. I didn't take it, and I don't think it ever triggered. You see my alert still there, but I think it was fucking trash. So we just buy dumps? I was looking at what was it, Dash? Did Dash have a nice little look to it? But I'm pretty sure if this got smoked too, it had to get smoked. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, man. God damn, they fucking smoked this. So what do they do with like the other nuclear? Oh, so all the nukes got fucking smacked. Maybe that's where I'm fucking up at. I need to have this fucking GV. This needs to stay here. GV, what was the other one? CEG, like all these stay here. Damn it. And now when I look at GEV, yeah, it broke out. But like, were any of these other nuclears looking good at the time? So now this GEV, this occurred on Wednesday the 10th, right? The fuck, like, why do, then you actually, like, why, I mean, I know that got news, but like, you'd at least thought the rest of these would have ran. I mean, this ran, but it got stuffed that Friday. VST. This is in a complete fucking downtrend. And, you know, the 10th, yeah, I had that move the following day. Like, it's stuff. But, so, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, this sector, even though GEV looked good, like the other nuclear stocks didn't look that good. Oh, this doesn't look too bad. 10th and 11th. This got stuffed here. Oh, I don't know. Go back to QQQ real fast. It's on 4:30. All right. So what do we have? Do we have first wave down? This the second leg. All right. And then do we get a third wave maybe? Through the 200. No, I still think we fill this fucking gap. Damn. No, what was it? Was it the weekly gap? Come on. I think there's a weekly gap I've been talking about. Like this exhaustion gap back here. I don't see how we do not feel this. Why is it not here anymore? Call me crazy. I don't see how we do not feel that. I don't know. Over time, may not happen in a day, but we'll be in a correction territory. Down near bear market. I think it's possible. I look back. I haven't found an exhausting. I was just saying gaps, and I think that was kind of confusing some people. It's like, well, we have little gaps, but like the magnitude of this gap on a weekly chart, just I've never seen before. I'm trying to think. Was it Datadog or Snowflake I was talking about? I don't know. All right, man. That's all I got for you guys, man. Peace. God bless. I'll holler at you.